Can I ask why insist on referring to God as He? And I don't just mean that from a gendered perspective. I mean that from creating a separate persona.
Because from the rational human experience, he is He. Until we get to that real connection, it's like the husband and wife before they're married. He's a he, she's a she. They're not on us yet. I think when Mashiach comes, that language will disappear.
So let me ask you then, I wonder if using that language is sort of on two temporal levels here, whether that using language inhibits that state of consciousness, which is the messianic, and whether, as I'm sure you might agree, there's a state of reality where that messianic reality is true already because it's the only truth. Therefore, why not engage with that language now? Is that...
I don't think you can skip steps. For people who learned, they need that language. They live it there. So I think the first thing that we're trying to accomplish with God needs is to stop this mishigas that's really bad, that it's all optional. That undermines the whole Torah. I mean, like, how do you even say such a thing? He could have chosen another people. So we just lucked out. He could have chosen other. So this is just one option. That's mamish.
So you feel like there's an incremental or a developmental sort of work here to get to a messianic theology.
I mean, look how hard this is. you want to take it a step further. But the conclusion will come.
And you think the conclusion is derivative of arguing that God needs?
Right, because we're working our way up rather than starting from the top down.
Right.
And by the way, if you start from the top down, it is much clearer.
Do you think we're not ready to move?
The world is ready. People who learned are not ready.
There's a lot of unlearning to do.
Yeah, or get past the ceiling.
Yeah.
So, for example, if we start from the top down, there was nothing but Him. What happened? Move away from that. Tell me, what happened? Oh, he's Teva HaTov Lahetiv. Whoa, that's a huge jump.
Yeah.
Tell me what happened. He was the only thing. Now, what happened? Whatever happened has to be completely internal to Him because there's nothing else.
Right.
So, Yisrael Le'Raisa V'Kutchebricha Kul Echad is the only sensible statement. Because if it's not Kul Echad, then what happened? There was just Him and all of a sudden there's other stuff. Tzimtzum, that comes later. So if you start from the top down, that's why the average person in the street, you introduce God from the top down and it all makes sense. They have no problem. I've never heard from anyone, oh, but God can't need. God can't? What is that language?
Right. Get some questions here.
So what is it about the learned people that it throws them off and they think it's apicursus?
Well, it sounds like, and you can't blame anybody. It really, when you say Hashem is shlemusa de koila, He is perfect, He is. It sounds like a compliment. That we're trying to be complimentary. He's the only thing. It's not a compliment. That's what needed to change. Him being the only thing. But we take it as a compliment. That he is the highest of all levels because He is the only thing, everything else is fake. Then why? If He's the only truth, why create fake? And, and how does it happen? For an eternity, there's only him, and then there's everything else. Come on, how do you make sense of it? I had one guy complain to me the other day. I mean, aside from the fact that it makes sense, so what does that even mean? Like, the way you say it, it just makes sense. It's not good enough. It's not good enough? Like, it has to be Exeris HaKosuv?
It seems to me that the Rebbe's Chassidus is really, as you're saying, particularly the Rebbe's Chassidus is really pushing for that next paradigm shift, which is really radical. One which goes, and there's many different languages that the Rebbe uses to describe it, but one which goes beyond a place where there's us and him, where there's tzuva and mitzvah, where there's elyon and tachtin, whatever, many languages the Rebbe used to describe it. And if that Torah, if that idea was so central to the Rebbe, why not be going for that? Why do you think the Rebbe was working prematurely or preemptively?
I don't know. The question is, people who listened to the Rebbe for 40 years and didn't get it. How did that happen? Because the Rebbe kept all the other levels working at the same time, so it gave the impression that we're still learning the Rebbe Rashab's Mamarim.
Right.
So I guess there's a need to lead people to the conclusion rather than... So the Rebbe didn't make a point of it, he just did it. Like every mimer.
Right.
According to the mimer from the Frierdiker Rebbe, this reaches into Ak.
Right.
And V'yesh Leimar, that it reaches into Atzmus itself. How come nobody got it? People chayzed him. Maybe because they can't reconcile that with all the Maimorim they learn in yeshiva, which is the Rebbe Rashab's Maimorim. Maybe. We're being fed the wrong diet. But one of the interesting Lashonos, I think I have to remember where it is, where the Rebbe says that it reaches in the highest madregas, in a very high madrega, the highest madrega, a madrega in which there is nothing higher. In case you want to play the game, yeah, but if you go higher, no.
Chaya will touch in your base. That's what you're saying.
Yeah. L'mayla she'ein l'mayla himenu. So that's it. Cut you off at the pass. Don't go with the higher thing.
Right. It seems like a really difficult thing for people to wrap their heads around, even for me, and it's something which has caught my imagination since I was a teenager, and I've been trying to diligently understand it since then. It's really hard to wrap our heads around the idea that, simply the idea of the Baal Shem Tov, that Enim Levadi, that we're not separate from God, and that God is us and we are God. And it seems that it seems like a lot of the language, as you're saying, that the Rebbe maintains the levels that get to there. But it seems like there's an articulation of that which hasn't penetrated yet, and which isn't perhaps even able to penetrate the way that we're currently thinking about ourselves, God, and reality.
I think that, if you're working with a pnimizdik development, you can't skip steps. So I'm sure that there are people who the Rebbe said to them, no, the mitzvah is for your benefit. I'm sure, because that's the level he was on. On people on a certain level, you have to tell them, you're going to burn in hell. That's the level they're on.
Right.
So to tell everybody that we are one and the same, and not, they'll accept it from the Rebbe, but it won't be apnimis. It won't be Chabad.
Right.
Also, there's a danger saying we are one with him, and if you don't know what you're saying, it sounds really blasphemous.
Sure.
So.